Hi, what's up? I'm Isko1 This is my guide to clanners, like become get into clanning, or people who are curious about getting better in clanning, aim and shit like that. Yeah. So basically, I think, in my opinion, if you're getting started in clanning, you should start in one of these groups like ROR, ROR, Snowcore, any of those groups that like host a lot of events, mainly ROR, they host a lot of events daily for all time zones. Snowcore sometimes, but yeah, mainly ROR. And if you're just like coming from like a LARP, so LARP, live action roleplay group, so like those types of groups would be like what's it called? TRA, the Robloxian Army, or like the noobs. I forgot what they're called. Noobic strategic some shit. Um, yeah, so like groups like that. So if you're like coming from one of those groups, then I would recommend joining like the, if you can, try out for your scrim division. So like your clanning division, whatever it is. Like for, I know for the noobs it's like 5 NSO. For TRA it's like I don't know what their group's called, but it's like some red logo. Yeah, so just playing events will get you better in general, and you want to think about what you do, right? So as a new player, it's game sense, right? So you should know what to do, know what not to do. So like, let's say like there's a guy right here, so he's actually down here, um, right? And you're fighting, you're contesting, your leader called to push up, right? You're pushing up, and this guy's like 50 HP, right? 50 HP, and you're like 100 HP, right? So if you want, you could just like pop shoot him, or what I would do is, and if he's by himself and there's nobody over here, then you should push him. Get that pick. Free pick, easy pick right there, right? Or like, let's say, if there's like 3 of you guys gate, right? Your side, and then there's 5 of them inside gate, you don't want to push that, right? So just really think about what you want to do. Or like, if this guy is, if you're, let's say if you're 50 HP, right, and this guy's 100 HP, and this guy wants to push you, then you just pop shoot him like that, boom, 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 you know, basics. So, yeah, so stuff like that, and then you wanna like, so when you start playing like vents, you'll learn like the map, how to play the map, and what to do and not to do. So like, say, like if you're playing against like good warehouse players, and then you're playing left mid. Let's say you're in the blue team, right? Okay, so usually I see people reinforce like this, or they just run up the middle like this, right? And then they die, right? Cause here, right? So, cause these guys right here, he jumps up onto this crate right here, and then what the hell? Yo, that's funny. Okay, so like, so he jumps up onto this crate, right, and he just starts jumping and beams this carrier, so free picks, right? So you just don't want to stand in the open like that. Make sure you take the safest route possible, because getting all spawn is bad. You're gonna lose a lot of time to make a push. And yeah. So, and then the second thing I would like to talk about is like when you're so when you're like doing a push, or like you're literally just not doing anything, make sure you always have like your medigun, or what's it called, out, your medigun or your gun out, because that's really important, because you always need to be actively doing something, like be progressive. Yeah, and like, let's say if you're playing for term, right, and you don't see like anybody going for term, and you guys don't have term, and then just go grab term, right? Yeah. So my third thing, my second thing would be like aiming. So aiming's like really important, right? To get better aim, honestly, it took me a really long time. I'm still like, honestly, in my opinion, I'm still like a normal. Maybe almost semi-elite, right? Because there's like you got like the bottom fraggers, so like larpers, and then you got like the normals, and then you got like the normals of the normals, right? And then you got like super normals, right? So like people are a little bit better than normals. And then you got the semi-elites, and then after a bit like that, then you get into like the low tier elites, and then the high tier elites, so like hyper elites and elites. Best players in the game, yeah. I feel like when it comes to aim, it really depends on like your game sense, like how well you know the map, and also like shoot raw aim, because that's really important. So what I used to improve was what's the name? Tree ones, train X, Discord, aim 400 kg method. So I use this right here, aim 400 kg free. So basically you practice on tracking medium, tracking me2, tracking, switch tracking 60 seconds, and elite tracking, right? At first, I didn't do too well. I got better over time. I think my score right now is like 4,090, some shit like that. And that was only after like, what, 2 weeks? It's pretty good. I went from like 2,500 to like 4,000 in 2 weeks. It's pretty good. Good progress on medium. And then what I also did was
this moment right now is the ideal time to throw on some SPF, grab an ice cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the lake for loaded fishing, swimming, and a whole lot of much needed vitamin D. Because a cool dip in the lake deserves a chill stream of delicious bold refreshment.
So this thing right here, pretty sure only, if you're in vac, you only can use it. You have to be in vac, so this is what I also use.
Do the do.
You do the CQC, like the stages thing. This thing right here, stages
new
mode.
Ways to tune into your music
And then
with
this
Spotify
focuses
Premium.
on your
Smart
CQC,
Shuffle adds
MQC,
recommendations into your
and
playlist to
LQC.
show you new sounds. Or you can make
And
music a shared
Blitz,
experience when you host
MQC
a jam,
Blitz. So
where you
it's
and
like
your friends
you're
can add
rolling,
songs
you're
and listen
sliding
in
and
together. Tap the banner to learn more.
Let's do it real quick. I'm not that good at CQC, so if you hit more headshots, then you get more points, I'm pretty sure. You don't really want to off-target, you want to try to on-target aim. I'll talk about that in a bit after I finish this. Oh shoot. Why is he my... Looks like he's still playing on this one. I'll just end it. Okay, so you guys really just get that. This is my score. I went from like, so I think I haven't clanned in 2 years, 3 years, right? So when I decided to come back 2 months ago, right, I think my score was like 3,500, and then this is my score now after like 2 weeks of hard aim training. What I really did was, you want to focus on, like, make sure you always have rest days. So I did every day, and then Saturday was like my rest day. So no like what's it called? No aim training that day. But you can still like come here to like warm up and stuff. So usually what I would do is I would play every day and then push my high score just like once a day. So that's what I would do. Even if it was like by 10. It just gives you a good feeling that you're improving, right? So I'm like starting to plateau now, as you see. I set this yesterday. What else? So off targeting, let's go to future jobs. Actually, no, this would be better. And I can also teach you guys about that too. I use the old aim hacks. I don't use the new one because Jester says not to use the new one. Okay, so basically off targeting is like when your cursor is not on the person, right? But you're still hitting them. So this shadow is supposed to represent off targeting, right? Well, I gotta like angle my camera, right? So like this. You have to like scroll far out. Yeah, see what I'm saying now? Let me just give a better example. My cursor is not even on the person, but it's on the shadow. So I don't know why Roblox works like that, but that's just really how it works. I'll link a video of Deschan's video on it. I think he really goes in depth into it, and I think it's really useful. But you should not practice off targeting. You should always practice on targeting. So also I use aim hacks to like warm up my aim also. So I play like probably like 20 minutes a day. So here's what I would do. Just go in like this. Make sure you press Y, U, H on your keyboard, right? It'll set the settings for the shadows, the angle, and the random placement. And you want to be scrolled in like this, but one tick out, so you can on target. So yeah, this is really what you just do. Another way how I got better was, let's go to it. I don't know if I'm in it still. Yeah, I am. So Redempted's aim chamber. Oh. Oh. Okay. I guess you can't play it anymore. I made a video on it a hot minute ago. It's been like a couple years, but it helped me improve a lot. Guess you can't play it anymore for some reason. So here was my schedule, right? I would basically play. So this is my schedule during the summer. I don't really plan much anymore. I focus on other shit. So like wake up, eat and shit, take supplements and shit like creatine, drink water, and like just shit like that. Right? Yeah. So first thing I would do, warm up on what's it called? Back to being assessment chamber, right? So you warm up on here, right? Try to push your high score, right? And then after that, go warm up on aim hacks. Well, you don't have to warm up, but I play aim hacks in between events, right? So after this, go play an event. Play like a bunch of events until like there's a time period where there's no events happening, right? So then you go play aim hacks, right? So you basically never get off. And then I usually play aim hacks for like 20 minutes, then I'm done. Alright. And then go play more events, whatever. So like when you think you're done, like for the night of like playing game shit, then this is where I would I did this before I went to bed. I go aim train. Because if you aim train in the morning, then you're gonna like stress your hand out when you're playing events and shit. This is why I do it in before I go to bed. Yeah. That's really all I could say. So like groups, let's go back to groups. So going back to groups, yeah. Some groups that would be notable to play or like to play in are Imperial Armada, right? And then like, what's it called? Shit. This group, and then yeah, so these are like the big three that like host a lot of events. Mainly RR, they kind of host it in like every time zone. Snowcore is probably like third, and then Imperial Armada is probably second in like activity. Yeah. So also one thing I would say is like if you're not starting out clanning and you've been clanning for a minute and you want to like join like groups that actual clan,
I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like
probably
you.
join
Teach
like
me,
groups
Silvana.
like
I couldn't possibly.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them.
whatever.
It's designed to be the most powerful
Or
iPhone
join
yet and
groups
has the
like-
ultimate Pro camera system.
Impressive. Let me try. At T-Mobile, you can save up to 20% versus the other big guys.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best
Like,
place to get the new
Soul.
iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in
So
any
like
condition.
filter clans,
See how much you could save versus the other big guys.
or
That's
like
T-Mobile.com/switch.
Intigs, Baltar, or like Surge. Yeah, any of those power filter clans, power clans, be good to join because you get to learn like you get a lot of events, right? There are always a lot of events happening. I would probably say the one that's most active right now is Surge, and the second would probably be maybe, I don't know how Baltar is doing right now. I'm not really sure. I just know Surge is number one right now. The second's probably like back, and then third is probably Soul because I don't know anything about Baltar right now. Yeah. So that's really it. So another thing is like there are clans, right? There are first world, second world, third world clans, right? So let's say like, okay, this is a first world clan because they have a lot of good members and they're like very popular. So like, and everybody knows about them, right? Then let's go to like the third world. This is like a third world clan, right? Third world, second world. I'd say they're probably like third world, right? So these guys are like, they're not really third world, but they kind of are. Second world, I don't really know what you would consider second world, like almost first world, but not really. So first world, first world is just really popular clans that can play against the big dogs, right? Yeah. So let's say like everybody starts somewhere, right? So I started in, where is it? I started in this group, Nighthawk Commandos, right? I spent 2 years as a perspective trying to join TNIC. Goodness gracious, bro. I finally got in, right? I was so happy. Like 3 a.m. I woke up. Oh, yo, you got put up for, bro. I was so happy, bro. Right? And then what? 2 years later, I got banned from the shit because I thought I was cheating. Even though I bot fragged every event, but okay, makes so much sense. Kotatsu. Yeah. So now I'm like a ghost corporal for them, heavy for them right now. Trying to revive this fucking dead ass group. Actually doing pretty well at it. Being isolate. Yeah. So A second world group would be like, hmm. Oh, I know. Yeah, wait, did I get kicked off an Uber? So this would be like a second world, right? And then, yeah, second world. This is what I would say was second world. First world is like Vac, Soul Surge, Special Power Clan, and shit like that. Okay, now let's move on to like a new part, right? So let's say you want to be a raid leader, right? Being a raid leader is like really hard, and not a lot of people do it. So being a raid leader is like very important because you basically gotta put everybody on your back and tell them what to do, right? So as a new player, I would not recommend being a raid leader because you do not know shit about any bases. You do not have good aim. You don't have any of that, right? Okay, but let's say you do know something about base, like a little bit, right? Okay, might as well take a shot at it, right? So let's say we had this happen today in TNIC, right? So this guy was basically leading for his first time ever. He doesn't know shit about the base, doesn't clan. It's a fucking tin can. Right, so he doesn't know anything, right? So, I mean, maybe he does know some stuff, but like overextending and stuff like that. I'll teach you guys the basics right now. Alright, so let's say terminals in here in gate, right? So this is gate, right? And then you're on the red team, you rally everybody here, so you either can push in straight right here while the other team is holding inside here, or you can wrap around and like so this, when you wrap around like this is called overextending, right? So then you can like shoot off-spawns and stuff. There's a lot of different terminologies, so people can call like different stuff. So like on AF3, I like to save shove, like let's say shove double door. So push up to the double door, right? Or overextend. Some people like to say overextend. I say it sometimes, just depending on the map, varies. Like that. Some maps have like their own special callouts, like this red crate right here is called major. Yeah, this is like called scaffs. So just knowing callouts is really important. I don't know if I get in trouble for that. I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe? I'm not sure. Hold on. I'll check the rules on it. I'll link it if I won't get in trouble for it. It'll help you with your league. Watch VOD reviews. It's another way you can learn the base. But like for me, I'm like a visual learner and listener. So like listen and learn at the same time. So you play in other clans, other scrims. So and then you listen to the raid leader and you learn from that, right? You just learn from experience. It's game sense, right? Just learn over time, right? It's not gonna happen in a snap, right? Yeah. A couple other terms. So let's like, because raiding is pretty hard. If you want a video, I can make a video on it. But let's move on to movement, right? So movement. Movement's really important. Just knowing how to like move, not just hold W key and like get fucking shot at is kind of dumb. So let's put a clone here. Right, so I'll leave that guy there, right? Okay, let's say this guy's standing in the open right here, right? Oh shoot. He's playing dumb. So let's say like you're up here, you shoot him, boom. So never be in the open, right? Basic common knowledge. Now let's say he's peeking the open, right? And you just died. So you're reinforcing to the gate, right? And then you're gonna do this. Do not walk in a straight line, bro. Because what? Why? This guy's just gonna beam you like this, right? Oh, he's just gonna beam you there. Can I heal it? No, I can't. Yeah, he'll just beam your ass, and then you're dead. Right, so that's pretty important. So, what's something I learned from Chuiwan he was telling me about was like, if you're playing like against the ST, you can make it harder for them to hit you by like going like this. Because if you compare the hitbox size, it's different, right? So let's say, let's say this guy's the ST, right? Right? He's pushing me or I'm pushing him, right? Then you just go like this, because if you face like this, you have like a bigger hitbox, right? And if instead you go like this, then you have a smaller hitbox, right? Pretty simple. Oh, what the heck? Okay. So like also, something else what I would also say is that's very important
Morning,
is
Zoe.
when
Jeff
you're
Bridges, why are you still
when
living
you're
above
moving
our garage?
your
I
movement
wanna be
pattern.
in a
So you want to
T-Mobile
like change it
commercial
up,
like
right?
you. Teach me
So
something.
I couldn't
in
possibly.
1v1s,
Hi,
like
T-Mobile.
when I
Get
go
the
with
new
my friends
iPhone
or
17
people,
Pro on them. It's
I like to
designed
change
be
my
the most
movement
powerful
pattern. So
iPhone
like,
yet and has the
don't
ultimate
always
pro
stick with the
camera
same thing.
system.
Like, just don't
Impressive.
just
Let me
always
try. At
jump or like
T-Mobile, you can save up
you
to
gotta throw off the
20% versus the
timings,
other big guys.
get shit like
You
that.
heard
So
them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone
how
17
you
Pro
should move
on us with eligible
is
trade-in in any condition.
I like to do this, right? So like take 3 to 2 steps, 1, 2, 3, or like actually 3 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then you can either jump back like this, right? Or you can jump back out and then come back this way, right? Or you could walk, spin, jump back like that, and then come back. But you always want to change it, right? You don't want to be the same, right? To throw the enemy off, right? So that's usually what I like to do. It's pretty simple. It's not a hard concept to understand. You don't. What you don't want to do is do this.
I know you love Formula One, Matt. We have a podcast about it. I'm trying to tell the people.
Like that.
Listen to the Red Flags
Because
podcast,
why?
a show
What
about the most
I was telling
important
you about
thing in
earlier,
Formula One,
right?
the
So let's
drama.
say
New episodes drop every Monday. Plus, if you follow the Red Flags podcast on Spotify, you'll also get
let's say you're
episodes
doing
of our
this, right?
newest
And he's
show,
like jumping
Crank
up and down like
Hours
that,
with
right? And you got your
Gunther
gun out, right?
Steiner, dropping
You're just gonna
every
beat him like
Wednesday
this, right?
following race week.
Because his
Gunther, tell 'em.
hitbox is so large, right?
Now, you wankos.
So that's why you always want to stay like horizontal. So let's say the guy's right there, stay horizontal. Don't go like this. Don't be stupid. Yeah. Just makes your hitbox smaller, right? So on some maps there are special things like on back maps, you for some reason I don't know why, but it's how they design the buildings and shit. I don't know if I have I don't. Shoot, I can't. Shoot. I'll link a video to it. So there's like things called like crate stacking. Like crate jumping. So basically you like, let's say for example like these two crates, right? You can't do it on this map, but you can do it on some back maps. So like Port Marisk, Docks, those are two I know you can do it on. So you basically do this, right? You turn your camera like this, right? Bird's eye, like this. So look down on your character, right? And then when you jump, your hands like at the peak where your hands reach, right? Then you hit like your shift lock like this. Oh, what the heck? Oh, you can't do it. It's just there's actually a block there. Okay, so when you do that, right? Something like this will happen, right? So basically it makes you where you don't need someone to help you, or you don't need like this thing to help you get up, right? You can do it by yourself. So basically you just spam shift, right? When you get up here, and then you spam shift. Keep spamming shift and jump. I don't have a private server to show you, but it'll make sense if you try it. Yeah. So another thing is like donkey stacking. Actually, nah. You can just watch a sports fans video on it. I think he has a video. I'll link it in the description. Oh, what the heck? Alright. I still die? What? Okay. Yeah. So I would say like in general, just play the game, aim, practice, use your brain. Like actually, like think before you do, right? Like let's say you're like reading a book, right? You don't just fucking like. Actually, no, that's not a good example. Let's say like you're doing math homework, right? So like, what's 2 plus 2, right? You don't just like go, oh, it's 6. You actually have to like add it and shit. So use your brain, right? It's like kind of same concept. Before you push, right? So let's say you're right here, and there's like 2 guys right there, right? And your leader calls it an overextension. Why does he call it an overextension? Maybe it's because he saw usually there's 4 playing mid, right? So maybe he saw they're down 2 players, right? And you guys have 4, right? So push him out, push him out, push him out. He says, call it overextension, and then you guys kill them all, right? Easy. And then you guys can kill the guys on gate, right? So like stuff like that is pretty basic. You just kind of naturally learn it over time, right? And also, what I want to talk about is like, make sure you always play with your teammates, right? Don't play by yourself, right? Unless you're literally like the GOAT, bro. like Hey Pro or some shit, whatever. Just always play with the teammate, always have something out, and be aware, right? So, like, awareness is also really important, right? I didn't talk about that. So, like, just knowing how many people are there will help you. Like, if you can call that out to your team, your leader, you can help them out. Or, like, if you can make the push and you think it's a good judgment, right? If you think it's a good call, right? Then call it. If you think you should call it, then call it. Right? So, yeah, that's really all. I think that's all I have. Okay, so basically I'll link all like the groups and discords in the description and the games so you can like play and like help you learn better. Yeah, so I know there's not really a in-depth guide on clanning, right? So that's really why I wanted to make this video. Because I know Cryrex's video doesn't really get in depth on it. Not a lot. People are kind of gatekeepers in the community, right? Makes you just be a good person, right? Don't be toxic or anything. I know I can get a little toxic sometimes, but I try my best not to be toxic, right? So yeah, just don't be like EG Prod. Yeah, don't. I mean, sometimes you can get mad, but like chill out. Don't be mad every time and be annoying. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye.